Okay, and I'm back. It's Unique News Travels TV. If you missed my previous video, I'm here in Busan at it's called Culture Village. I think I said colorful in my last video. It's not. It's something cultural village. It's like Gangham. I cannot say it, so I'm not gonna try. Um, so I'm in South Korea in Busan on vacation. Mid Autumn Festival is Chuseok. That's what the holiday is called. And we had 9 days off. That's a good thing about international school life. So that's what this video is about. Transitioning from the public school system to an international school, which is essentially kind of like a private school when we compare it to like America terms of private school. What was that like, or what is it like, since I'm still currently working there? I'm on my second school year, that started a month ago. Just to give you guys a brief recap, I transitioned from a teacher to a school counselor. It's my first, well, now my second year as a school counselor. This is my first school counseling job though at this school. What is it like? It's very different. When I was in public schools in China and Taiwan, I could wear whatever I want. No one speaks English for real, and the few teachers who are English teachers, their English isn't that good. So, and it was just kind of like, especially when I was in China, they were like, "Oh, just get in there and teach this conversational English. Do whatever you want. Like, I don't care what you do. Just go and do it." I got a lot of autonomy when I was in China, which I loved. I love my job in China. It was so chill. And I taught like 3 classes a day. If my first class didn't start at 10, I got to school at like 9:50. If my last class, like on Wednesdays, was over at 11:30, I was done for the day. I go home. They have nap times in China, so we would have like 2 hour, 2.5 hour lunch breaks. I would go home or do whatever. It was just cool. I didn't never take the naps though. The teachers would always take naps. I didn't do that. But and I said, there's a guy walking by me. I was saying hello to him, but in Korean. Anyway, so yeah, that's different. There's no naps. Okay, so that's a difference from even when I was in China. I mean, even when I was in Taiwan, we had like an hour and a half or something for lunch, but no one took naps at school. In China, they literally broke out the cots, like had cots, blankets, lights off, don't talk, people be mad, go to sleep, type of stuff going on when I was in China. International school, that's not a thing. I'm in an American international school, and it is Common Core standards. So it's just like the students are going to school in America, but the school is in Korea. So our students are like embassy kids and military students and wealthy Korean parents who can afford to pay the $20,000 to $30,000 a year tuition. So it's pretty uppity. Another difference is that I am like one of 5 people of color, black people at the school of over like 160 staff. So I guess it's not exactly different, because in China and in Taiwan, I was the only person of color out of however much staff, but they were all Chinese, and it was a public school, so it was like to be expected. Versus here, well, not all, but a majority of the staff are American or Canadian or something like that, and they're Caucasian. So just that's a difference. Also feeling like I'm in America when I'm at school. All the students speak English. Everything is run like we're in America. Versus when I was in China, Taiwan, I knew I was in China, Taiwan. It was a public school. They had, I never ate the lunch, but whenever I went in the lunchroom while my coworker ate and I would sit and we would talk, they had Chinese like type of food at lunch or whatever. Like it was very Chinese or very Taiwanese. Versus my school, you have a Korean side and an international side for lunch and like things like that. So that's the difference. When I was in China and Taiwan, you had to pay for the school lunch. Here at my international school, is free. International school life, we get American and Korean holidays, so that's what's up. When I was in China and Taiwan, I only got their holidays because again, it's a public school. So that's pretty nice. And I get a lot more benefits. Like I get universal health care no matter where I go in the world. I'm covered. Like really good health care, you guys. I get like, I mean, international, like what they say about international schools, like when you at a real one, because when I say a real one, they have what they call the fake ones, which is, I don't know how they say they're fake, but that's just a thing that people say. Like China supposedly has a lot of those, as well as Kuwait has a lot of those, where they're not like the I don't know. I guess you have to. I don't know what the difference is, honestly. Because I don't want to say for profit, because they're both for profit, because parents are paying a lot of tuition to send their students there. So I'm not really sure, but anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, so like the benefits for international school is really good. Like I still get free housing, like I did in China and Taiwan, but it's nicer for one because they base it off of like American standards, and like if you have like complaints and things, they handle it in the American type of fashion, you know what I mean? Or like during Christmas time in December we get a Christmas bonus, or you know, flight allowance. Even if you don't leave, you still get the money. You know, these are just like some examples. Life insurance, 401k. I have a 401k at my school, you guys, for retirement, like a Roth 401k. So these are things that, of course, at the public school, benefit wise, I did not receive. Something else that's different is how serious the job is. Like when I was in China, in Taiwan, especially in China, though, it was just kind of like, oh, go in there and teach anything. When I was in Taiwan, it was, oh, we want to see your lesson, but I was just literally teaching ABCs. I mean, this week we're learning the letter A, next week we're learning the letter B, and I went all the way to Z, and then we reviewed it. I mean, it was, anyone can do it. That's what I say. If you're American and you know your ABCs and know how to sound out words and read up to like a fifth grade level, you got it. But of course that's not true because you have to have a bachelor's degree just to get the job as far as regulations. But you know what I mean. So, you know, when I started, I had no teaching experience. But anyway, the level of serious that they take it at my school now, international school, is run like a prestigious private school in America. So they take the grades very seriously, the work amount that the teachers are doing. The parents take it seriously, so they're like up there, or they, you know, it's just like a big shift from what I dealt with in China and Taiwan. The way things happen, like I'm in meetings, I have to dress professionally. I can no longer wear what I want like I used to, because that's what is expected of me. And then I'm around all Caucasians all day, so of course I have to like dumb down my black girl magic, which I wouldn't say of course, but to make them feel more comfortable. Or just, I don't know, I guess it's a choice that I make, but at the same time I feel like being urban can be seen negatively by some people, and like I choose to not have to deal with that stigma, so I just act differently, which after the first year kind of took a toll on me. I just felt like I was having to like pretend like I was a whole different person when I was at work, like always on. So I tried to avoid my coworkers outside of work because I was like, I'm no longer getting paid to have to like pretend. So, but now I relax a little bit. I've let my personality come out more, not as much as it could be, but more than what last year, because I was just kind of feeling the waters out, trying to see, you know, because you just don't know what you're stepping into, and I knew it was a really good opportunity, and I didn't want to mess it up. So that's the difference. The activities that we have, like when I was in China, Taiwan, if they had an activity, I was never invited or told about it. They would just be like, oh, you're here today, you can go home, we're doing this, and I would leave. Or, oh, you need to stay, but stay in your office. Like Taiwan, China, they were like, oh, you can go home. Taiwan, oh, you need to stay because you need to be here from 8 to 4, but stay in your office. You don't participate in parent teacher night or field day or something like that. Versus here, I'm part of all those things. I'm in all those things. I'm in videos. Like we had this thing called Readathon, or like when we had field day, I'm a Yellow Hornet, and we won last year, and I was like the Yellow Hornet representative, so I had to like be on stage and get like sprayed with silly string, and it's just like so many so many things. So I wish I would have wrote this down. This is kind of like off the cuff, this video. I just like, what can I talk about today? It's so beautiful. So yeah, these are just some of the differences of what it's like being at an international school, from the benefits to what I have to wear to how I have to act, because it's predominantly just the work culture of it all, to the activities that we do and me actually being a part of those activities, to having to stay after school for things. Like when I was in China and Taiwan, I never had to stay after school. If when it's time to go home, I can go home. Versus here, I'm like proctoring SAT on Saturday. I'm judging Quiz Bowl on Saturday. I'm friggin' parent teacher night goes to 7 p.m. Twice a year. Just, meetings about what classes students are going to be in next year after school. We have a weekly staff meeting every Tuesday until 4:30 after school, like versus my normal day ends at 3:30 if there's no meeting. So very American in the staff meeting, staff lounge type of thing. But I love my school. I appreciate my boss. He's awesome. I love my my coworkers. I won't say I love them, but they cool. I don't have a problem with them. I make some work friends that I could see myself maybe even being friends with in like real life, if you will. Um, so yeah, I'm happy for the transition. So if you're thinking about, I'm tired of hogwans or training schools or public school life abroad, and you want to switch into international school, I would definitely say it's worth it. The pay is a big difference. I get paid way more. The benefits way better. Insurance way better. So yeah. It's Unique New TV. I think I'm gonna start walking around again, and I just want to get the view for you one more time. And I'm at a cultural village here in Busan, and it is wonderful. Like, subscribe, share, follow me on everything. Facebook, which I don't keep up with that often, but Instagram, I be on there all the time. So hit me up. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be sure to make a video and answer them. It's Unique Travels TV.